Hello students, myself Muthura JNP, working as assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, Mysuru 2. Now I will explain you people about the centrifugal pump. Centrifugal pump, it is a work absorbing machine. How it will be work absorbing machine? Let me explain. See, this is the shaft. See, this is the shaft. This is the centrifugal pump. So here you have a impeller. What will happens? Water will be sucked inside the machine. Water will be sucked inside the machine due to the suction pressure. Then it will be the energy will be transferred from the rotating machine element to the fluid, and then it is discharged to the delivery pipe. So this is what is so called work absorbing machine. It is absorbing the work from outside, and then same work will be imparted to the other fluid, that is pumping fluid. That's why it is so called as work absorbing machine. But in case of a turbine, what will happen? Fluid will give its energy and make the turbine to rotate. But here it is not the case. The machine element is rotating. That rotating energy will be converted into the fluid energy. That's why it is so called as the work absorbing machine. Work absorption means absorbing in the shaft. Work develop means work developed to the shaft. Okay, here work done on the fluid, that's why it will be negative work. This is the centrifugal pump sketch. This is the very important sketch. Please note down this sketch properly. Pause the video, note down this sketch properly. Impeller will be there, a casing will be there. Here around this one you have the casing. The pressure gauge reading are there at outside. This is braking means long run, that is the long length we will represent in mechanical. This you know very well. Then this will be the delivery tank. Here you have the foot valve. In our the rural side we used to call foot valve. No, it is not foot valve. It is foot valve. So it is a strainer will be there to remove the material that should not enter, the dust particle and all. It will enters. This is the suction pipe. So up to there, here you have the water. This is the sump. Just observe this one properly, dear students. Centrifugal pump is the key point to pass in examination. This is very important topic, so you can pass easily, otherwise very difficult to you people. Suction pipe from the center of the eye to the tank, it is what is so called as HS, and this is HD. HD is delivery head. Note on the sketch properly. This one is inlet velocity triangle, because inlet to the turbine, turbo machine, it is suction is axial. Therefore this one is, you see, axial inlet. This is axial inlet here. Axially fluid is entering. That's why V1 is absolute velocity is axial. It will be coincide with the flow velocity. Blade speed will be there in this direction. U2 will be there is in direction. Both are the 90 degree each other. That's why this is the velocity triangle for your turbo machine. So alpha 1 is equal to 90 degree. V1 is equal to VF1 is VU1 is equal to 0. VR1 as usual, beta 1 angle will be there. Please note on this one. U1 is the blade velocity at inlet. This is the exit velocity triangle. U2, the blade velocity at exit is more than the inlet. VU2 is less. So this is the exit velocity triangle, beta 2 angle. Please note down this velocity triangle only properly. From the point where you have the water to up to center of the eye, it is suction head, above which you have the delivery head. Up to here you will have the delivery head. Then your total head is equal to H. Suction head HS, delivery head, total head. This is the total head. Manometric head, it is defined as head against which centrifugal pump works. Therefore your head, it is the VU2 U2 divided by G. Sir, why it is VU2 U2 minus VU1 U1? But in Euler's energy equation, VU1 U1 minus VU2 U2, but it is work done on the fluid. That's why negative work, that it will, when you multiply negative inside, VU2 U2 minus VU1 U1, but VU1 it is equal to 0. That's why it is equal to VU2 U2 divided by G. This is the manometric head. You can write like this also. And also another formula, suction head, delivery head, friction loss in the suction pipe, friction loss in the delivery pipe plus weight delivery pipe square divided by 2g, velocity of the fluid at a delivery pipe square divided by 2g. Next, this is the manometric head. In examination they will ask what is manometric head. The definition they will ask. That time you please write down this formula. Manometric efficiency. It is the efficiency defined by actual head or manometric head to the theoretical head imparted to the liquid. Therefore, manometric head is equal to Hm into G divided by Vu to U2. Okay. Therefore, new manometric head is equal to G into manometric head divided by Vu to U2. Therefore, manometric efficiency it is equal to new mechanical efficiency, power at impeller, power at the shaft. New mechanical efficiency is equal to rho Q Vu to U2. Rho Q Vu to U2 P shaft. Therefore, overall efficiency it is equal to mechanical efficiency into manometric efficiency. Therefore, nu naught is equal to rho Q G manometric efficiency divided by P shaft. Okay. Therefore, net positive suction head. The definition for the net positive suction head is the suction head at impeller which represents the head required to make the fluid to flow from the suction head to the pump impeller. Suction head it is required from the, that's why you will going to do the priming. Priming means adding the water to the suction pipe and then you make that column very clear, that will be with the fluid. That is what this kind of the things you will do in examination. They will ask what do you mean by the priming. Priming is nothing but making this positive suction head to the suction pipe. Positive suction to the suction pipe, P atmospheric pressure by rho Q, PV divided by rho Q, that is in the pipe, and HS minus HFS. Minimum starting speed of the centrifugal pump. This is very important derivation. In examination they will ask. This is the separate derivation. Centrifugal pump start to lift the water when the pressure rise in the impeller is more than or equal to the manometric head. The manometric head against which the pump is work, that is what we so called as the manometric head. That centrifugal pump, that much it has to provide that much of the pressure, then only water will be lifted from the suction to the delivery pipe. That should be more than or is equal to manometric head. Therefore, your pressure rise in the pump it is U2 square minus 2G minus U1 square divided by 2G. See, in case of the turbine we used to write U1 square minus U2 square, that one we used to write, but here U2 square minus U2 square divided by U2G minus U1 square divided by 2G. Therefore, this should be more than or is equal to head, manometric head. Therefore, it is equal to manometric head. I am equating a manometric head, you know, manometric efficiency already that formula we gave. That's why manometric head is equal to, you cross multiply all these things and then rearrange. Then H manometric head is equal to new manometric head into Vu to U2 divided by G will becomes to the denominator. So U1 is equal to U pi D1 divided by 60. U2 is equal to pi T2 divided by 60. So put the value and then put in this equation all these things. This one will come. Rearrange this equation like this. On simplification, you will get this equation. So here 2G, G 60, your pi n divided by 60, pi n divided by 60, common pi n divided by 60. So this is the simplification. Next, the speed for turbo machine, that is your centrifugal pump, minimum starting speed for the centrifugal pump, it is equal to this one. So this is the derivation for minimum starting speed. Thank you one and all.